Okay, so doming video. This is a flash cure of one of these buckets of resin. 97 ounces of resin down the drain. I was able to get it into the coffee table mold before it completely cured on me, and it left me with a pretty cool looking centerpiece for a river table. So, scattered some dead leaves from my yard around it, added the filler on the back end, and that is what the underside looks like. As you can see, I've got a nice little lip going on right there. May sand that down all the way, may just leave that as the underside of the table. I haven't decided yet. But also, I've got that big collection of bubbles right there. So I might just want this to be the underside. However, this side definitely needs to be domed, because right here is a nice big divot. Yep, just right there, where the mold sucked up under the heat of the curing resin, or possibly the frame I have for that mold is just warped and squished the mold entirely. I haven't figured that out yet, but in order for this table to be useful, I have to fill that divot, and that is what the rest of this clear is going to be for. So first we fill the channel, and then we do our best to spread the love. I am going to make a mess, I can tell you right now. There it is. Okay, so with doming, you just pour your layer and very gently move it as close to the sides as possible. To get a nice even layer. Then you hope that the surface tension holds long enough for it to cure. We already have our first drip. Off to a good start. If I was smarter, I would have put down a silicone mat on the chalks I'm using to elevate this piece so that they wouldn't stick to any resin that drips off the sides. But I decided not to be smart today. Whoops. Okay, now that we have spread the resin out, we try to edge this piece as to the best of our abilities. And who doesn't like a bit of edging, right? That comment right there is why this channel is not for kids. Are we playing the Mass Effect series right now? Man, is it easy to see why those are such good, popular games when they were released. I mean, they don't really compare to anything that's out now. But for their time, they were massive, interesting, interconnected games. It's also kind of nice to play something that doesn't have 100 hours of storyline play for once. Okay. Almost there. Get the last little bit of resin out of this pot so that everything can self-level. Now, if I were to use my nice big circle mold on this to make these to make this part intentionally, I could make a whole series of like well-themed coffee tables or portal-themed coffee tables. What do you think, guys? Give me your professional opinions. Give them to me now. With like brick and stonework and dripping resin right onto the piece that I was hoping to avoid dripping on. Yep, there it goes. You know what? That's okay. That's what hammers are for. All right. Pretty sure that's as good as this is going to get. So, Ow! Some things are best not done at a weird angle. That's what he said. Okay. Calling it quits, because this will never be perfect. Thank you for joining me, guys, twice. I will see y'all later.